I'm joined with Abbedagge after an unfortunate defeat. Both games were close. Both games you guys had the avenues to kind of win, but unfortunately, the season ends, or the season doesn't end. The match ends with a loss. From your perspective, I kind of want to get like what do you think went wrong that series? Is there like a specific thing that you guys struggle with as a team?
I wouldn't say there's a specific thing. There's a lot of things that are going wrong. Otherwise, we wouldn't be losing. Um, it's hard to pinpoint because, um, well, there's just a lot of things kind of where we realize we make mistakes and we're trying to work on things one by one. We can't like focus on all the mistakes at the same time and like or all the areas. So kind of trying to just um, take it take it slow and steady. Like, yeah, we can't. Like, we realize it's kind of do or die. Like, pretty soon. I think next week. But I think at least with the change in structure that we implemented like around 2 weeks ago, I think we've already shown improvements. But yeah, it's gonna take time to really um, get going.
By changing structure, you mean like bringing in Ido for Mash?
Yeah, not only that, but also some kind of um, I guess leadership came in and then just kind of looked at our structure and said, "Hey, like we're not really. Uh, we think the team should be kind of run like this." And yeah, I think we've made some good changes.
All right, it does feel like at least the way you guys play, like you said, the past like 2 3 weeks, there has been more like intention behind what you guys are doing, and it's not just like, oh my god, we have to fight or we have to figure out. Like you guys look a little bit more coordinated, is the word I was looking for. So that could be
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah, for sure. And that's kind of our goal is that we're like all on the same line. We are all in sync with the strategy and our win condition. And yeah, that's what we're working on. I'm confident that it's gonna look good on stage at some point. We've already made a lot of improvements in scrims.
Yeah, it's just like the patience of like, can we get there in time? And next week, like you said, you're playing the death match versus 100 Thieves, your old org, the one you like lifted a trophy and took to Worlds multiple times. Is there any like, man, I really want to beat 100 Thieves extra, or is it like, I don't really care, it's a long time ago? Like, how do you feel about this?
I mean, it's funny because sometimes we scrim them, and then I'm like, instinctively, I'll think, oh, like, am I going on the 100 side in the lobby? Because I'm like, oh, I see 100, and it feels familiar still. But yeah, otherwise, I don't really care if we're gonna play them. It would feel extra good. Wait, if we win, if we win, they are out of they have no more matches to split, right? Wait,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
You
think
eliminate them.
I think
Yeah.
that's true. At least, honestly, I'm not always 100% sure like how the format works because it changes so much, and it I'm not used to it. Um, but yeah, it's just another match, and we're gonna try our hardest to end the split on a good note.
I think there's something like beautiful about like 2x 100 Thieves players that brought, the championship to that roster, to the organization, like knocking them out of the playoffs all these years later. It's, it's a little poetic. Um,
Yeah, it would be a good statement.
Yeah, it's like even after all these years. But I do want to talk about you because it's been a while since you played in NA, and you went to EU, you played there, you played in like in the challengers for a little bit, or like the EMA, their master system, and then you come back here. The LTA, like it used to be the LCS, now it's the LTA. Like a lot of things have changed in North America. When you came back, did you feel like it was different, or for the most part, you felt like it was the same?
I didn't really understand your question.
Oh, like from the time you left NA to when you came back, we've had like a lot of changes, like you said, format and name and stuff. But like in terms of just like going to stage and playing games, do you feel like there's a difference?
Uh, I feel like the crowd was a little bit bigger back then and louder. I mean, also for the first split in NA that I played, we also didn't have a crowd because of COVID. But then when I came back, it was quite an like nice feeling to have the crowd back, and they were like really supportive and loud. So that brought like a great atmosphere. I feel like now, the crowds. There's just like 10 people maybe in the studio, so it's a little bit sad. Um, but today was actually pretty good because yeah, it was a bit more packed. Um, but other than that, it's kind of the same deal. Doesn't feel too much different.
Okay. And then like personally yourself, you like you're one of like the veteran, you and Huhi are like the real veterans on this roster. And I was talking to Huhi and he feels a lot of responsibility of like playing with a rookie AD carry. And then, he was saying how like Mash is a rookie coach and like there's a lot of things to learn and having to focus on himself. Like there's like so much work you have to do, not just in your own role, that it was kind of overwhelming him and he was struggling keeping that up. Do you feel the same? Like because it's like a rookie, you're playing with like a young team, a fresh team. You have so many responsibilities that it's difficult to kind of balance everything.
I think I just gotta grow myself and kind of grow into this leadership role because in my past teams, it's always kind of been me who comes into the team with the veterans, and I'm kind of like the young guy and just kind of learning from the veterans. Um, so yeah, I've been trying to do a better job of like kind of teaching how we should see the game and just helping them in every aspect of being a pro player.
I talked with Scary and with Huhi and even XU. They all talk about confident Abbedagge and when Abbedagge doesn't have confidence. And even Scary Jerry was telling me how he was like pushing you, or like trying to motivate you and like saying like don't let them put you in a box. You're better than this. Like you should be confident. Uh, it's like we hear the term like, oh, when this person's confident, he plays better. But like, what does that functionally to you? How does like when confidence affect your gameplay?
How does it affect my gameplay? I mean, it's just you go into a situation and you already know in your head like how it's gonna play out. So then there are just no questions on your mind, and you can go in with like 100% determination. I think partly it's like of how well you prepare, and then also how well that preparation worked in practice. Um, so yeah, I've had you know I, I've always I'm always trying to kind of get there, obviously. But after if a lot of things are going wrong in scrims and have you're losing most of the time, then it's kind of hard to be like that confident. Um, I haven't been super consistent this year, and especially at the beginning, I think I needed some adaptation time because I went from ERL like playing with Casey last year, then coming back to the main league, and I actually think the level of the mid laners was pretty strong. At least like when I came back, I was like, okay, there's like all these Korean mids, and they know really well how to play, especially like their laning phase. So it took a bit of adaptation time, but I think I'm kind of getting there, and I feel like I'm actually winning a lot of the times, at least in practice. So yeah, all I'm focused right now is on my like kind of growth myself. Um, I think I still haven't reached my ceiling, so it's like okay, like it might sound funny to people when they hear this because like already like you've played for like 6 years. You started years ago you started playing LEC, and then you've been everywhere. But I think that's just the game. Like, if you believe you can't grow anymore, then you're not gonna grow. So that's kind of just the mindset I follow.
That's really cool. I like that, and good luck with your death match. I think it would be a sign of growth if you're able to take down 100 Thieves. Also, be a little poetic. So, yeah, good luck in the match.
Thank you, bro.
All
Have a
right,
good one.
you too. Peace.